What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie and Point's movie review of Wild Mountain Thyme. This film, of course, is directed by John Patrick Shanley. Now, before we begin, hey, if you like my channel, of course, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like the video, awesome, hit that like button and comment below any video to watch, including this one. So this movie, Wild Mountain Thyme, is a movie about a guy named Anthony who's played by Jamie Dornan. He is a typical individual where he has no direction in his life. He's constantly searching with his metal detector and so on and so forth. This is very much a play in a movie form, so it has a lot of just like quiet kind of talking moments and so on and so forth. But he's been kind of followed around by a character named Rosemary, who's played by Emily Blunt. And she has known him throughout his whole entire life. She has a kind of love for him and so on and so forth. And she's tried everything in her power to get him to notice her, but he is very stuck in his own ways. He's very kind of against, not really against, but he just feels like he's going to be stuck in a certain situation. His father is played by Christopher Walken, who's doing a very interesting Christopher Walken Irish accent. And recently the mother has died, and of course Christopher Walken is sick, and he has to decide who he's going to give the land to. That's the decision he makes to give it to his nephew who lives in New York, who is played by John Hamm. And in the process, John Hamm becomes romantically interested in Rosemary, and it becomes kind of this, will she, will he, won't he, what is going to happen with not only the land, but the kind of relationship between Anthony, the John Hamm character, and Rosemary. So that's pretty much the kind of gist of Wild Mountain Thyme. Like I said, it's very much a play in movie form, so there's a lot of, one set locations, one set ideas. There's, a lot of times where the characters are just talking to one another for an absorbent amount of time. So you'll see like Rosemary talk to Anthony for like 5-10 minutes, and the same thing with Christopher Walken and Anthony and John Hamm, blah, 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 back and forth, so on and so forth. So with this movie being directed by and written by John Patrick Shanley, I am very hit or miss with him as a writer-director. I don't think he's like the worst writer in the world, but I think sometimes his movies are a little too playish when it comes to the theatrical experience. And I really felt that with Doubt. I know a lot of people like Doubt, which is perfectly fine. And there's a lot of people that truly think he's like one of the greatest writers of all time, which is perfectly fine as well. But I like Moonstruck. I think Cher and Nicolas Cage, I think they were all fantastic in that movie. I think that movie's great. But I was still intrigued by this movie with it having Emily Blunt and John Hamm and Jamie Dornan and Christopher Walken. It was a movie that looked like it could be humorous, it could be fun. It looked very John Patrick Shanley with the whole Irish incidents and stuff like that. So I put in a request to rent, to watch this movie early. Thank you to the studio for allowing me to do that. And I'm going to be fairly honest, this movie just isn't for me. It's not a terrible movie, but it's just a very slow plotting, not very funny, and very just kind of, let me look at my watch type of movie. It's only an hour and 45 minutes long, but it felt like it went on forever for like 3 or 4 hours. And I think that it's just the main problem is I felt that the characters were just not that great to watch. If you make Emily Blunt boring, which I think is impossible, then there's something wrong to me personally with the script writing. It really is. I didn't think she was very interesting. I think she is, gorgeous to watch on the screen, but she's so attracted to Jamie Dornan's character, who really apparently just doesn't care about her that much, that it's just to watch her just keep pining for him. It's just, you're not making this character at all intriguing. You're making her like one of those characters that's just so infatuated with somebody who just doesn't care. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And then you have John Hamm, who comes in, who's kind of a dick. He's kind of a rich individual, and he seems to play a lot of those characters when he's not playing. Actually, he plays a lot of those characters. I was trying to think of something he doesn't play like that particular character. But you look at like Mad Men, you look at like Bridesmaids. He's playing a dick in all those shows or in the movies. And it's the same thing here. I didn't feel any connection with his characters. And on top of that, Christopher Walken's in this movie. He's doing an awful Irish accent. He doesn't feel like he belongs in this movie. He's not really entertaining. He's just not in the movie for very much. And it's just been a while since I've seen a movie or a TV series or anything that had Christopher Walken in where I wasn't at least just a little bit entertained by his performance. But his character is just, it's so offbeat and so strange and so weird. The fact that, he just the way he's representing himself, the Irish accent's so terrible. It's like you can tell he's trying to do that Irish accent, but it still sounds like Christopher Walken. So it's just a really weirdly written character. I think if they had put someone else in there, I think it would have been much better. But with Christopher Walken, it was one of those gets where John Patrick Shanley has enough pull where he sent the script to Christopher Walken, and I think Christopher Walken liked it. But overall, just like outside of that, the landscapes are very beautiful. The Irish, countryside is gorgeous as all can be. But that's Ireland by itself. It's just a very beautiful country. But overall, I didn't have any fun with this movie. I was really disappointed. I was expecting a lot from it. I was expecting a lot of great dialogue. But instead, I got another movie similar to Doubt where I just couldn't go with it. So, I mean, it's a shame in my book, but like I said, that's my honest review of this movie. You might actually enjoy it, so be aware of that in this review. If you enjoy this movie, that's perfectly alright. So, but that's it. That's going to be my take on Wild Mountain Thyme. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite romantic film is. What's your favorite film about, like a romantic triangle or like good stuff. Otherwise, if you like my channel, of course, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.